Good evening, everyone. We'll just wait for a few minutes for everyone to join in. Oops. Can you still see my screen? Is my screen still visible? No?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, seems like there is. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another session with me. My name is Bhumika Sabarwal. For those who are joining in for the first time, I am a Spanish teacher with a school in Gurugram in Haryana. And welcome everyone to this another evening. So this is going to be fairly shorter as compared to my previous webinars. But chai and coffee is always nice to have by your side. So please go ahead and get yourself a cup of chai and coffee. Also, those who are logged in from desktop or your laptop, I recommend that you explore the platform that I'm going to be talking about with me, so that, if you have any challenges at all, then I could help you during the webinar itself. So today's webinar is all about creating interactive images and using them as a teaching aid. And we will be using a platform called Genially for this. Some of you would be familiar with the platform. It's very similar to Canva. It's not, it does offer a little extra than Canva, but it's very, very similar to Canva. All right, so I'm going to just let me know if you can see my entire screen, because I am sharing my entire screen, so you should be able to see it as I exit Zoom. So just going to admit last round of participants so that I can. All right, so this, as I said, is a platform called Genially, and we will be majorly talking about creating interactive images. And I will also show you a few samples as to what is an interactive image actually. So just one second, I'm going to reshare the screen because I think you can't see my Chrome tab. I hope you can see it now. If somebody could just kind of confirm. Is the Chrome tab visible? There's a water cycle image on the, yeah?
We can see.
All right, thank you. The platform is called Genially. We just type it in the search tab. Sorry. And go to the platform. So I already have an account with Genially, but if you don't have an account, please do create one. It's very simple. You just have to log in with your credentials, with your Google account, and it's just like all of us have a Google account, I think. If not, I think you can log in using a Facebook account as well. So it's a very simple sign up process. You basically just have to kind of give your basic details and sign up. Once you're done signing up, if it'll lead you to the home page, which looks like this. I hope you can see the screen. Somebody has posted in the chat box, video is not visible. All right. So we are going to be looking at what an interactive image is. And for that, I'm just going to show you what I have made for the purposes of this webinar. This is an interactive image that you see on my screen. I'm going to make this full screen from here. You'll see it soon. All right, so this is an interactive image, and I'll tell you why it is an interactive image. So it's just a map of Spain that I have made interactive by adding in a few features which otherwise were not there in the image. The image was just this image without these buttons that you see here. So these buttons were not originally there in the image. It's an image that I've downloaded from the internet. And when you click on Santiago de Compostela, which is a place in Spain, there's a little bit of write-up that's coming in. That is the capital of North Spain's Galicia region. When you click on this button on the right, which is around Barcelona, if you would click on this, it takes you to a link which talks about 12 amazing places to visit in Barcelona that will make you fall in love with the city. So this was again done as part of the image. Just 1 second. I don't see the. Sorry, I still see a lot of people coming in, just admitting everyone side by side. All right, so once I was showing you this Barcelona link. So after that, if you click on Valencia, another screen opens up, which is within the Genially platform, and it has a little bit of text, small image on Valencia. After that, if I click on Malaga, another window opens up, which has text, but an embedded video. This video is not on YouTube. It is from YouTube, but you're seeing it in Genially. It's not taking you to YouTube, so it's embedded. And the last one is Madrid, where I have added a little bit of audio, so you will get to hear that once I play this. Madrid, the capital city with 1,000
So I've added
options.
link.
Madrid is
What I'm
cheerful and
saying is
vibrant at
from the link
all
itself,
hours,
but
and it's
what I'm trying
famous
to
for being
explain
an
here is
open
that
city with all kinds of people from anywhere in
what
the
I'm
world.
trying to say here is
In
that
addition to its
sorry, I
famous
need to stop
museums,
this.
busy streets dotted with
Just
all kinds of shops, restaurants with world cuisine, and unbeatable nightlife, Madrid will surprise you. All right. So what I'm trying to explain here is that it's essentially the same image with elements of interaction, so that you have all of it in one image when you go to your class. And this image can be shared with your students. It's on a public platform. Anybody who has the link can access it. So we are going to explore how to create an interactive image. I do have some more samples which we will explore as we go along. So very simple, as I said, very similar to Canva. Just create an interactive image by clicking on plus. And as I said, it does offer you a plethora of opportunities. You can create a presentation and teaching material, a guide. There is a lot that you can explore apart from interactive images, but we'll be looking at interactive images because I thought this was an area which was unexplored. Many of us have
Please
already
mute
done.
everyone.
Yeah,
I'm not able to hear, ma'am.
I have just muted everyone. I've just muted. I could hear some disturbance. So may I request everyone to please be on mute unless you have a question to ask. Just click on interactive image. Now here we will be looking at, so they already have a few things here. I'll tell you how to go around this, but right now we are going to create everything from the scratch. When you click on create interactive image, it gives you an option to upload an image from your computer. You can even upload from Google Drive or add the link to the image or add from your Dropbox. So I'm going to be working around water cycle. I'm not a science teacher, so please don't judge my knowledge. But I have researched a few basic things related to water cycle, and we'll just kind of make it visually appealing. Yeah. So I'm going to upload the image from, I thought it was on my desktop, but it is not. So I'm going to just quickly go ahead and look for it in the downloads. Maybe it's this. Oh no, it's not this. Okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry for this. Let me just kind of hide the, so I have just found a normal water cycle image from the internet. I go to images. I think I picked up, you can pick up any image, science teachers would know better, but I'm just picking up this from Byju's because the link that I'm using for the information is also from Byju's. So, right, so the image is here in my downloads. I go back to my, this was the image that I entered by mistake, but this is not the real image. So I'm going to go back, search for, I'm so sorry for this. Why is the image not reflecting here? Oh, it's here. I can edit the image a little bit. I can crop the Baiju symbol and you know, although it should be there because it's a source of the image. So I am just going to keep it here for the sake of it, and kind of, you can also zoom in the picture, fit it into the whole screen, click on accept. Once you click on accept, your background image will come into, you'll be able to see it properly, and then we add interactive elements to the background picture. It's very important that your background picture is clear. I see that the image is not very clear as compared to the other images that I've used in my genially, but I think this will do, at least it's legible. So now, as soon as the image comes on my screen, I see that there are these buttons that have come up. These buttons are your interactive elements. Sorry. You can change the look of these buttons. they can, if you click on show, this is basically what we're going to play around with on the left. This is what our focus will be on. The interactive elements are these buttons. You do have an option of, changing the buttons. You can have, if it's a search, if you want them to research on something, you can have a search button. If it's a video, like the video that I had inserted, one of my geniallys, I had placed in the video button, which is also somewhere here. This one. All right, if it leads you to some music or to a link. So basically there's a huge collection of buttons here. You can just kind of choose any button that you want. You can also change the color of the button to aesthetically suit the background of your image by clicking on this icon. I hope everyone's glued. There are some small things in Genially which are different from Canva. So I'm sure that the session would be helpful if you're just more on the screen. So you can change it and maybe make it orange, because I don't see any orange on the image. So this is kind of going to highlight. I want to show on a video about water cycle, just a YouTube video that I have kind of shortlisted from YouTube. And I'm going to link that video to this image. I would also want to show them, take them to a link maybe where water cycle has been explained. And maybe I would want to explain little orally, how I'm in my voice, because sometimes the children are kind of used to your kind of explanation. So I'm also going to add a little audio to this section. Yeah, so these are the only 3 elements I'm looking at. I'm not looking at a lot of elements. Just for uniformity, I'm going to make all of them look orange. Now, how do we add interactivity to these buttons that we see here? Once you'll click on the button, you'll see these 3 options. The replace button is for you to replace the button, the shape of the button that you have here. You can replace it with any other button if you want to change it later on. So you don't have to delete it and add it once again. You can just click on replace and it gets replaced. I'm just going to show you one as a sample. Choose one, click on replace, and it just gets replaced in the same color. Once you click on this, you also have an option of adding animation. If you noticed in the Spain image, the icons, the buttons were flickering a little bit. That happens when you add animation to your image. Your animation can be either only towards, just admitting a few more people. Your animation can be only towards the entrance or the exit, or it can be continuous. I like my animation, at least for buttons, to be continuous, and maybe for the title, you can have it only for entrance. So that, your students know that these are clickable elements of the image. So if you go to continuous, then you have an option of kind of choosing between pulse, you can choose fade out, you can choose heartbeat, you can choose flicker. It shows you also what does it look like. So once you choose that, I suggested you, for uniformity, to choose the same animation for all buttons. It just looks visually nice. So I've chosen flicker for the first one. I'm also going to choose continuous flicker for the second, and continuous flicker for the third one. So animation is done, buttons are in place, my image looks nice. I'm so sorry. I've just suddenly developed this. Buttons are in place. They are of the color that I want. Now, all I'm left with is to add animation. That's the major bit. So please pay attention. When you go to this button that you see here, is this the third button from the right. Add interactivity. Now, as I said, Genially offers a lot of options for you to create. Not all of these interaction options are for creating images, but many of them are very, very useful for creating images. So we are going to be looking at tooltip, window, link, and audio, these 4. Yeah, so and the others can definitely be used when you're making a presentation. I plan to do another module on making a presentation. So I think that's when I'll be introducing you to full screen, to reveal, and to go to page. So tooltip, as the name suggests, it's a short label or description that appears when you hover the mouse. So if you remember the Spain image, the first button that I showed you, Santiago de Compostela, I'm sorry, was a tooltip. Yeah. It basically gives you an option to kind of show a little bit of text just for you to know that what happens when you click on this link, okay, or what happens, what is this button about. Window is when you click on the link, when you click on the button and it takes you to a window within the Genially framework. It doesn't take you to another link. It's just going to take you to another window, and you can have your text in the same window. Link is when it takes you to another external link. So you're exiting Genially and you're going to another link altogether. This can be any link. It can be a YouTube video link. It can be linked to a live worksheet. It can be linked to a practice quiz. It can be linked to a Kahoot. It can be any link. Yeah. And then audio is where you can add your own voice to your image. There is also an option of adding music, but that's available only for premium accounts. But I think Genially itself offers a lot of features that you don't really need a premium account unless your school is getting you one for free. All right, so we are going to be looking at all these options. Let's start exploring them together. So tooltip. May I request everyone to please mute yourself, and please do unmute when you have a question to ask. As I said, I think everybody very silently promised to not judge my science skills at all because I am a Spanish teacher. So we are going to be looking at water cycle today, and just researched a little bit before the webinar to kind of find out a little about the water cycle so that I can add it to my link. So I have just 1 second. We are looking for interaction for this particular button only. Yeah, clicked on interaction. I'm going to tooltip. So I'm going to write click here to watch a video on water cycle. Yeah. Yeah. Now I have two options. I can either embed the video right here, which is recommended so that the students don't exit Genially, although there's no harm. They can always exit and visit YouTube. But I'm just for the sake of it, I'm going to tell you how to add the YouTube video here. It's very simple. Choose the video that you want to show to your children, that you want to embed in the Genially. Like I think this one was quite cute. So I'm going to add this video. Copy the link from YouTube and go back to your Genially. And sorry, I need to pause this. This is a video that I've chosen. It's a kids-friendly video. I thought it was quite nice. So just copy the link, go back, enter it in URL. You can add some text if you feel like, water cycle, and insert the video here. Yeah, we'll just see, save it. And once we present, we get to see if it's reflecting on but it shows that it's done because, I mean, it's just 1 second. Huh? Why is it not? Oh, I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong link. I'm so sorry. This was for inserting the link. This is the insert video link. I clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, it's here now. So I clicked on this by mistake. It is this link, insert video. Once you click on this link, just enter the URL and it's done. Yeah, save. So this is in place. It shows that there is interactivity for this button and this is done. Does anybody have a question? All right. Okay. Now another thing, I see that this was supposed to be an image, so I want to just replace my icon to a video icon because I have now added a video. So I'm going to have this in place, yeah, so that it shows the students that it's a video, something to play. The next one, I would want to replace this with an image instead, because now I want an image here, or maybe a link, or I don't know what are the other elements of a water cycle. So I can even add a tool tip here, wherein I want some information related to water cycle, maybe like a little bit of introduction. Yeah, so we'll just copy from the internet. The science teachers could write this on their own. What is water cycle? So I'm just going to have the definition of water cycle. I'm copying it from a website here. I'm just going to add this. This is a tooltip. So this will reflect just here below the button and not take the students to any other link. The third interactivity that I'm adding in, I want the students to go to a link. I want them to explore the Byju's link that I have found out and learn more about water cycle, what is all this, precipitation, infiltration, runoff, implications of water cycle. So I want them to just kind of go to the link, explore the link a little bit. And I have an option of opening this in a new tab or replacing Genially. Please click on opening in a new tab, because if you click on this, then your own Genially goes off the screen and the link kind of opens on your Genially link. So this is always recommended to open in a separate tab. Click on save and we're ready. You can also, sorry for this, you can also have a practice worksheet attached, say, like, you know, some websites that I'm not aware of water cycle. Let's just see if questions. In Spanish, we have lots of exercises available online. I don't know how it works in science, but I'm sure, you know, like, see this quiz answer sheet. So may I request you to please mute yourself? I'm just going to do that myself. Yeah. So I want the students to go to this link and practice this this worksheet as well. So I'm going to go back to my Genially and add a button, because now there's no button. So I need to add one for a quiz, and maybe this would be nice. Change the color to orange for uniformity. Place it wherever I want to. Check animation. My animation was, what was my animation? It was continuous flicker. Once I'm done with that, add interactivity. I want the students to go to this link, practice from this link. It's a PDF that will open on their screen. Alternatively, I can also have questions from my own, say, textbook, and add them to add them to a window. Have we done a window? I think we haven't done a window. I'm just going to check that quickly. Here we did an image tooltip. Okay. Yeah, we haven't done a window. Let's just do one window as well, so that you have all elements and you know how to kind of use it when you want to. In window, you just give more text, nothing else. So window remains as it is. We'll just go to the same Byju's link, which we have used. So the meeting, I just got an alert that the meeting's ending in 10 minutes. We will end it in around 8 minutes and come back on the same link to carry on with the session. Yeah. So what I want to do is, I have copied a little bit of information from the same Byju's link. I'm going to add interactivity, and I'm going to go to window. Window is like a Word doc. It's like your own Word document. You can reduce the text. You can play around anything. You can have text color. It's just like it's like a Word document into your Genially image. Save this. So now the image is ready. The only feature that we haven't explored in here was audio. Audio can be explored, but since I'm already sharing screen, I don't think it'll take the audio. You can also combine more than one feature in the same image. So for example, if I also want to add an audio to my window right now, I can do that. So if I click on audio, as I said, to add background images is a part of the premium plan, which I don't have, unfortunately. But if you do, please exploit it totally because it's totally worth it. Record an audio, you can record your own voice, or you can add an MP3 track here, which is a little difficult to find. But if you find one, you can have it as a background to your image. A hack here, which I had explored very recently, I played an MP3 track on my phone and kept it very close to my laptop to add some background music to my image. So that's a hack in case you don't have a premium account. Okay, so you can record yourself right here. Once you click on this link here, it gives you an option to record yourself, and your voice automatically gets played when the student clicks on that particular element. Yeah, so we don't want audio, so I'm just going to delete it from here because it's asking me to save. All right, so before we move on to the next half of the session, wherein I'm going to show you some more images that I have created, let's have a look at what we have created and how does it look like. We click on present. It's going to everything that you create on Genially. If you don't have a premium account, everything is public and everyone gets to see it. Yeah, so you also get to see others' work. I'll show you that as well. So it's not just us sharing all the work. We get to see others' work, and some of the work is like you can duplicate it and kind of edit it to make it your own work. I'll let you know how to do that as well. So we're all set. Our Genially is going to be released very soon, and this is what it looks like. Let's have a look at it in full screen mode. As you see, the image is slightly pixelated. I'm not very happy with this. So do choose nice HD images because it just kind of improves the experience of the students when they look at it. All the images are flickering except this one because we probably forgot to enable flicker mode in this image. When I click on this, this was the first link that I had entered. When I click on this, I can watch a YouTube video without actually going to the to YouTube. So I can watch the video as I click on this. This was the YouTube video link. This one was going to the quiz. So it has taken me to the PDF quiz, which also shows the answers somehow. This is the answer sheet. And then I'll have to go back, and I see that people are still joining in. Welcome everyone. Good evening. Sorry, we'll be finishing in 2 minutes and then rejoining on the same link. When I go on this link, this is the tooltip one, wherein this was the tooltip one wherein you get to see a little bit of this was window, sorry, not tooltip, window, wherein you get to see a little bit of text. It's like Word doc that gets visible on your screen. And this was tooltip. What is water cycle? Just gives you an overview what the image is about. Yeah, and then this was the Byju's link where the students could go ahead and explore a lot of other resources. I think this is a perfect time to take a quick 2-minute break, end the session and come back on the same session. And I'm going to show you how to edit others' work, how to, there are a few more resources that I have created on my own Genially. I wanted to show that as well. You can also add GIFs in background. So I wanted to talk briefly about that. And I want to definitely take up any questions that you might have. So see you very soon. I'm ending the session for now, and I'm going to see you in a few minutes on the same link. And I'm hoping that you will come back.